Hey guys, this is Alex, and today I have two microphones in front of me. The microphone to my left, or you guys' right, is the MXL990. I would consider this a budget microphone that you can get for about $70 off of Amazon. I've owned this microphone for a pretty long time now. It was one of the first pieces of recording equipment I ever owned, and I got it 14 years ago. But it's lasted all this time, and I think it still sounds great. I've done hundreds, if not thousands, of vocal takes on this microphone, and I would definitely recommend it to someone looking for a microphone in this price range. Other things that it came with was this really nice hard carrying case here that you can put the microphone in, as well as the shock mount that came with it. Now, I will say about the shock mount, I don't really know how much it's actually doing, because if I were to tap the mic here, you guys can hear that regardless of it being held by the shock mount. But it certainly looks nice and is kind of a cool way to mount the microphone. Now switching over to the microphone on our right. This is the KMS105 by Neumann. I've only owned this microphone for a year, and I bought this microphone as an upgrade to my home recording studio. I was looking for another vocal microphone with a little bit more of a narrow pickup pattern. This microphone is going for about $700 on Amazon. And it didn't really come with any accessories other than the pack that I bought it in came with a mic stand. I just found a dealer online who is selling it with a mic stand, though I don't think all combos come with that. And it came with a pretty chintzy box, and then just a pretty simple Velcro carrying case. So it's kind of funny that the more expensive microphone came with what I would consider cheaper accessories. But I would say this microphone as well sounds fantastic, as it should for the price. These are both condenser microphones. They both take 48 volts phantom power, and I think that they both are probably used for very similar applications in any studio you're going to find them in. I would say that both of these microphones really shine in the upper registry for instruments like vocalists, certain, I would say, just upper register instruments like flutes, an acoustic guitar, maybe tambourines, things like that. My brother actually used the MXL990 as an overhead mic on one of his mixes when he just needed another mic to put over the hi-hats and the cymbals. So that's really where they shine. And I think most people looking at these microphones are going to use them for vocals. So what we're going to compare today is how each of these microphones sound dry, and then how each of them sound after I've done processing on them, because I think you guys are going to be surprised on how good I can make this MXL990 sound to compete against the KMS105. Before we do that, I'm going to go stand over in the corner of the room here and do some clap tests just to show you guys how much more the MXL990 is kind of miking the room as opposed to the KMS105. And in between doing that, I'm also just going to put up the specs for each of these microphones so you can read for yourself the frequency response, as well as the pickup pattern on both of these. My heart is on my sleeve, wear it like a bruise or black eye, my badge, my witness. My heart is on my sleeve, wear it like a bruise or black eye, my badge, my witness. Of all the money that ever I spent, I spent it in good company, and of all the harm that ever I did, alas, it was to none but me. Of all the money that ever I spent, I have spent it in good company, and of all the harm that ever I did, alas, it was to none but me. My heart is on my sleeve, wear it like a bruise or black eye, my badge, my witness. My heart is on my sleeve, wear it like a bruise or black eye, my badge, my witness. Of all the money that ever I spent it in good company, and of all the harm that ever I did, alas, it was to none but me. Of all the money that ever I spent, I have spent it in good company, and of all the harm that ever I did, alas, it was to none but me. So I hope after listening to those two takes and after listening to the processing being placed on those, that you can kind of tell that the MXL990, even though it's a tenth the cost, can sound nearly as good, if not as good, as the KMS105 after it has the proper processing in place. So I think it's a very strong argument for cheaper microphones like this. If you're an audio engineer that wants to build a collection of microphones, the MXL990 may be an excellent choice to add to your collection. If you're a home recording enthusiast that's just getting started out, again, the MXL990 I think would be an excellent choice until you have that refined taste and really can appreciate that very, very minimal improvement of buying a more expensive microphone. So with that, thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something from this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.